Hi everyone, welcome to Philippines official Shopify Meetup. How are we all today? Thank you so much for taking the time to spend your Saturday with us. We are delighted to have so many Shopify and e-commerce enthusiasts joining with us today. My name is Narissa Show. I'm co-founder of Filter. At Filter, our goal is to help global digital and e-commerce businesses compete in the ever-changing market by assisting you to build and manage global teams through full-time, dedicated staffing in the Philippines. We specialize in development, design, digital marketing, and e-commerce customer support. And as your host, we welcome you to the official virtual Shopify Philippines Meetup. Woo! Now, we're going to start on a fun note. We're going to launch a poll right now. Netflix or Amazon? What do we got? Oh, looks like Netflix is winning. Anyone else? What do you guys think? I think we have a clear winner here. I vote Netflix too. Netflix all the way. Excellent. What about, now this is a tricky one. Let me just grab it. Is it infinite chocolate or infinite coffee? Oh, chocolate. Seriously? Okay, I'm an infinite coffee girl. I don't think I could survive without coffee. But that is awesome. All right. So in November 2020, Philippines held the world's largest Shopify meetup with over 1,000 people joining us. Is this your first time at a meetup? If it is, say hello in the chat. Welcome. Good to have you here. Shopify Meetups is a free educational series run by Shopify experts around the world in 32 countries and 94 cities. Now, be like Gerwin. Gerwin, if you want your photo to be posted on our socials in memory of today's event, take a selfie right now showing us that you're watching and send it to hello@filterglobal.com. And for us to say thank you, the first 40 people to send us their selfies will receive an official Shopify tote bag. Woo! Let's go. Be like Gerwin. He's already sent his in. And of course, the speakers, you are more than welcome to do it as well. So in the next few hours, you're going to be learning from 3 kick-ass local and international e-commerce Shopify experts to reveal the tips and strategies to drive your online store. And don't worry, if you miss anything, we'll be sending you the recording by the end of next week via email and with a free e-certificate. Woo! So what we're going to do, we want to say thank you very much to our incredible, amazing sponsors, Filter, Payoneer, Sift, Paymaya, and Gorgeous. And you guys are super blessed today because they want to give you some exclusive offers. So keep an eye on the chat and sign up. So let's check out the sponsor videos now to see how we can power your store.
Hi, I'm Miguel Guerrero, co-founder and CEO of Boozy.ph. I started my career in the FMCG industry. I then rotated to various departments from marketing to sales and then e-commerce. I actually spent most of my corporate life in Diageo, which is an imported spirits company, and Lazada. We started Boozy.ph 4 years ago with a simple website, 2 office staff, and 2 riders. And we would only deliver the bottle from the supplier once we receive an order from our website. The business fortunately grew, and now we have more than 100 office and staff and riders in Boozy. We have 3 hubs in Metro Manila, 1 hub in Cebu, and a delivery app to go with our enhanced website. That was a time that like startups, diba, and like venture capital is starting to become prominent and gaining popularity. So we thought of what could be the best way for us to do a startup company, right? I think that the hardest part of managing like a booming e-commerce business is, of course, you have to sort of like manage the expectations of your customers, right? And also your stakeholders, your investors, and be able to manage it as well with your employees. Every single aspect of the business, no, I had to really immerse myself, be able to create the right team for that, be able to provide support and direction, deliver the expectations of our customers and our stakeholders. I think there are a few things you can do that can place you in a better opportunity to succeed more than others. First advice is to find something that you really love to do, so it doesn't feel like work in your business. Second is you need to have grit and perseverance and resilience to overcome any challenges that you might find your way. And third is you need to find the best partners who will be with you through thick and thin as you grow your business. So PayMaya has helped us by providing a high-quality payment experience for our customers where they can choose from an array of different payment methods. Right? Shopify similarly has helped us to create a really exciting online store with the best analytics to help us manage our store so that we can further improve our services and provide the needs of our customers. I would use a capital first to hire a really good management team, as that is the foundation of any really good business. No? The best assets of a company, I believe, more than the office or your inventory or your property, plant, or equipment, are always its people. I'm Miguel Guerrero, co-founder and CEO of Boozy.ph. And I'd like to invite you to scale up your business. Log on to paymaya.com/scaleup to find out how you can win 500,000 pesos in capital for your startup. Catch me and the rest of investors this 2022.
Every second of every day, countless users will interact with your website as you grow your business and develop lifelong, loyal customers. Every step of each user's journey gives you the opportunity to create great customer experiences, from when they sign up or log into their account, add items to their cart and make a purchase, or write a glowing product review. But each of these interactions can also be exploited by fraudsters. So how can you determine which actions are suspicious and which are legitimate, whether you have thousands of customers or millions? Traditional rules-based fraud prevention solutions accept or block users based on limited data and static signals. Everyone, good customers and fraudsters, face the same scrutiny and friction. It's an outdated process that doesn't scale and treats even your best customers like criminals. Businesses like yours need a solution that enables great customer experiences and fraud prevention in a scalable way. You should never have to choose between protecting your business and growing it. SIFT helps achieve both with digital trust and safety through dynamic friction. Dynamic friction is a way to assess every interaction and deliver frictionless experiences for good customers, block the bad ones, and examine everyone in between accurately and automatically. You'll be able to deliver the right user experiences at the right time by applying friction when it's needed and removing friction when it's not. First, SIFT uses machine learning to assess each interaction in the user journey in real time, using more than 16,000 unique signals from around the globe to determine which interactions are fraudulent, which are legitimate, and which need a closer look. With SIFT and dynamic friction, you can assess risk in real time, each step of the way. From there, dynamic friction enables businesses to create user journeys based on risk level and dynamically customize them, automatically fast-track good actions, block bad ones, and flag suspicious actions for an additional level of verification. This process only takes a fraction of a second and can be applied to every action on your site to automate at scale, so you can continue to protect your business and users as you grow. Forget the old rules. Winning businesses deliver world-class customer experiences that minimize risk and friction with SIFT.
I'm back, everyone. Woohoo! So, if you hate your job or you've been stood down because of the pandemic, make sure you reach out to us. We are hiring. We have 100 live jobs right now. careers@filterglobal.com. Our global recruitment manager, the superstar herself, Iris, is here. So make some noise for Iris. Also, we do have some of our Dynamo Filter recruitment here today to answer any of your recruitment questions. Ladies, say hi. So let's get the party started. We're going to give away some filter caps. What do you think, guys? Are you keen? If you want one, type in the chat cap. And while you do that, if you want a cap, write cap. I'm going to bring Rhiannon out, and she's going to pick the 4 winners. All right, so CAP if you want a cap. Rhiannon, please come on out. Turn on your video and yay! Hey, Rhiannon.
Hello.
How are you today? How are you feeling?
Fantastic. I'm excited to be on.
Excellent. And where are you joining us from?
I'm joining from Brisbane. It looks a bit dark. It's a bit rainy here, but I'm very excited to get going.
Fantastic. Okay, you can see in the chat, people are writing cap. So take your time. Pick out 4 people that you think should win the cap.
I am going to be honest here, Narissa. I think I might have a bit of a technical issue.
Okay.
I can't actually see, so I'm going to pass it back to you, unfortunately.
No worries. Okay. Oh, you're stressing me out. All right, here we go. Cat Capsar. There you go. That's one. Holland Lim. Good on you, Holland Lim. Who else have we got here? Oh, it's so hard. Davy and Dela Cruz. All right, that's 3. Oh, this is so hard. It's going so fast. I can't even see it. Okay, Pamela Galano. Woo! Okay, there's our 4. Yay. Okay, we've got another comp, Rhiannon. So, By the way, if any of you guys are the lucky winners, make sure you email us at hello@filterglobal.com, your full name, email address, so we can arrange delivery. So we got another competition. Can you believe it? We are so lucky, guys. SIFT, one of our major sponsors, is giving one winner today a USD $150 Amazon gift card. Woo! So the competition is, we're going to be flashing 5 emojis during the webinar. All you got to do is jot them down. And at the end of the webinar, we'll ask you to put in the comment section in the right order the emojis. And we're going to pick one random winner. Okay, so we're going to launch the first 2 emojis. And then you're going to hear from the amazing Rhiannon. Let's go. Emoji 1 and 2. Take this down. I think that was emoji 1. We're just waiting for emoji 2. Write it down. Here's emoji 2. All right, hopefully we've got that. Thank you. Thank you to our CEO, Efren, who is behind the scenes. All right, now we've got the amazing Rhiannon, who's going to talk to us today. Over to you, Rhiannon. Take it away.
Thank you so much. I'm just going to quickly share my screen here, so just bear with me. But yeah, I can't imagine that you would be unlimited coffee based on your energy that you're bringing today. Now, can you just confirm that you can see my screen, Narissa?
Sure can. Looking good.
Lovely, lovely. So for those of you who don't know me, just bear with me. Slideshow. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Rhiannon and I work for NZen. I'm the client strategy manager here. And with my past experience, I've been working for 7 years in customer journeys. So what is a customer journey? What NZen do here is we specialize in basically retargeting customers that come onto your website and retargeting those specific behaviors. So with the new style marketing these days, we're not just kind of batch and blasting out and expecting for the best. We're actually making sure that we send specific email and SMS marketing based on buying behaviors on your website. So we really do have the best partnership with Klaviyo, who get us the best results in terms of being able to execute these customer journeys. So today I'm going to be touching on a little bit of Klaviyo, but let's just chat about the 4 stages of life cycle, if I could get that out. Need my coffee today. 4 stages of DTC life cycle. So one of the things that I typically see when clients come to us is that they're really stuck in this acquisition phase and that they're just funneling all of their money into the acquisition. So what we do here at NZen is we really focus on that conversion, fulfillment, and retention. So how we actually do that is we make sure that when a customer comes on site, they have the best chance possible of being able to subscribe to your email and SMS marketing list. We make sure that they have the best experience when it comes to their conversion and fulfillment. But if they don't convert at the first stage, which is also what happens very regularly, we're going to retarget and make sure that they come back time and time again. And then once we get to our retention phase, that's when we look at using loyalty programs or particular automated flows that will actually drive that AOV up and customer lifetime value. So that's really what we're looking at here in terms of NZen is conversion, fulfillment, retention, increasing AOV and CLV. So what are we talking about? It's pretty simple. We're going to be talking about building your email and SMS database, campaign strategies to leverage peak seasonal trends, because this is really where you're going to drive the most return on investment, is by sending out specific campaigns that target those seasonal trends. Because if you're in the e-commerce market, you're going to have so many different competitors out there doing exactly the same thing as you. So how can you make yourself different? And let's talk about some automated flows to make sure that we retain those customers and make sure that we convert them. So let's jump straight in. I do promise you I'm not about death by PowerPoint, so this won't be a super lengthy presentation today. But one of the things that you might have heard flying around is this maybe what I would classify as a buzzword called owned marketing. But I love this buzzword called owned marketing because, like I was stating in one of the prior slides, everyone that is coming to me at the moment is getting trapped in this acquisition phase where the price of Facebook ads, Google ads is just going up and up and up, and then you have no control over that. So we want you to be in control of your marketing and make sure that once you have that customer land on site, make sure that you convert and you have them for lifetime. So how we do that is basically making sure that once that customer lands on site is that they are served a data capture form that is impactful and make sure that they convert into a subscriber. So most customers that land on your site the very first time, unless they're a very special customer, they won't be ready to purchase. So data capture forms are fantastic. You can use them to just simply capture email. Now, our advice here is to keep them as simple as possible. And the more that you put into a data capture form, the less likely that you have the ability of getting that customer to enter their details, because customers are lazy these days. Unfortunately, we would love to believe that they would go above and beyond for your business, but particularly when they're just so new to your brand, they're probably most likely only ready to submit their email. But you can use what's called two-step forms, where once they enter their email, you can then serve them another form asking for their SMS and making it even more impactful, making that service offering more engaging and enticing to get that SMS number. So this is what we did with Runway Scout, one of our clients. They've been with us for a couple of years now, and it's been a fantastic data capture case study, basically, to say that, you know, SMS is on the rise. Email is still king, I would say, or queen, that we've got ladies on today, mainly ladies speaking. But yeah, SMS is definitely moving on up there. So the best way when it comes to data capture forms is to really make sure that that data capture form on your site it's exciting and it's enticing. If you go and look at some of your competitors or even just some of the brands that you like, I'm often just seeing this very kind of stock standard message of 10% off, 10% off. Everyone's kind of serving the same form of wording. So let's make it exciting. Like, let's talk about exclusive access, because if you have a customer that is really keen to jump into something like exclusive access for early sales, you know that they're probably going to hit the trigger button and make a purchase if they're really keen for sales. But by actually using that in a data capture format, it means that you're really making sure that that customer is excited to actually want to join and also get other marketing from you as well. So what you can do is with data capture forms is you can actually retarget those who are existing. So if you're a fairly new Shopify store and you're not using data capture forms, or you've implemented them and you're worried that customers who have come previously haven't been served, you can actually set up specific targeting to make sure that those customers who haven't entered in your data capture series, once they return, they actually serve that data capture form. So making sure that absolutely every single customer has the best ability to register to email, because that's the way that we're going to retarget those customers and make sure that we communicate and stay in contact and ideally convert. One of the best strategies that we're seeing at the moment is early access campaigns. So Black Friday, Cyber Monday was a really interesting one for us last year. We had a lot of clients actually come join us after Black Friday, Cyber Monday, complaining that they hadn't received the stats that they wanted or the results that they wanted from prior years. And that's because competitors are just becoming so much more savvy in terms of putting out things earlier and earlier, like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, earlier and earlier every year. I feel like it's like being put out at Easter time by that time of year. So for loyal customers, what you can do is you can actually segment those customers who are incredibly loyal. They may have hit a certain threshold with you in terms of how much they've spent or how many times they've shopped, and actually give them the best opportunity to get access to your sales. So rather than actually putting it out to everybody, you can actually use your highest engaged segment and make sure that that early exclusive access is only reserved for those particular customers, knowing that they'll likely purchase, and then maybe have another early access campaign that's slightly earlier than, you know, what a normal Black Friday, Cyber Monday drop would be, knowing that everybody else would get it at a later stage. So let's talk about email performance, because I, for one, many, many moons ago, really only believed in SMS. When I worked for a prior company, most of our communications to loyal customers were through SMS. But I think now that COVID has happened, even though I don't want to talk about the dreaded C word, email is actually really on the rise, because we're not going into stores anymore. So email has actually driven up 86% compared to pre-COVID time. And it's just probably because we have more time to actually engage in emails and we can't have that real life shopping experience. So open rates have gone up by 22%, increase in email clicks, and 60% increase in revenue per recipient. So really, let's go back to that owned marketing. It feels like you have a lot more control over your remarketing efforts, and it means that you're going to drive some pretty big results if you have the right email strategy in place. But in saying that, SMS really is a fantastic accompaniment to your email marketing strategy. So you can actually use these two very nicely together to complement your whole customer journey strategy. So I'm going to actually go to the last stat here, which is 3 out of 4 customers prefer to receive SMS versus retargeting or social ads, because really this is touching base on that acquisition once again. Everyone has this ad fatigue. And so let's really cut through that noise. Email's great, but I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes I, miss those emails, but I always will remember this one time I was shopping with ASOS and I had something in my cart and it went on sale and I'd completely forgotten about it. And they sent me a text message and reminded me, and it made that sale for me because I was like, yeah, actually, I really wanted that. And if they hadn't have taken part of that opportunity, I would have completely forgotten about it and totally missed that sale. So these are great ways as to how we can actually incorporate email and SMS together. And when you're actually looking at the combination of email and SMS, you're just really driving that ROI through the roof. And 85% of customers prefer to communicate via text with their favorite brand. So let's make sure that your brand is the number one out there for your customers. So let's look at this together. 122% average ROI on Klaviyo accounts using email and SMS, 20% increase in revenue per recipient by adding SMS to their abandoned cart flow. I'm going to talk about abandoned cart flows shortly, and 12% increase in Klaviyo attributed value within first 30 days. So I think the proof is in the pudding there. Email and SMS, combine it together and you're really getting moving in terms of moving stock off of your shelves. So campaign strategies, segment your audience, segment. So if we look at old school marketing, it really is that batch and blast method. But what we want to do when it comes to campaigns, lots of people fall into this trap of this monthly or weekly newsletter, and that's great. You might want to actually tell your customers how your brand is evolving, and that's fantastic. But again, we do want to make sure that when you do deliver a campaign, that it's very, very impactful and that you're not getting, opt-out rates or you're not getting any opens on your campaigns. So if you can segment based on past behaviors like your VIPs, your high value customers, those campaigns are going to be far more impactful than if you just send it out to everybody. Reminders for abandoners. So this is also a great one. So I'll encourage you, maybe Easter's coming up. If you are a Shopify store looking to put out an Easter campaign, you can actually segment your customers based on those who have abandoned a cart during your sale period. So you can send this within 24 hours, left to the remaining people who didn't quite close that sale within the sale period, so they absolutely do not miss out before that sale closes off post Easter, for example. And I love talking about flows. So campaigns, I think, is very easy to talk about because it's something that we're all very familiar with. But the beauty of Klaviyo and the beauty of customer journeys is really about being able to remarket to a customer based on their behavior, but without having to think about it whatsoever. So this is really set and forget marketing. And it's fantastic when you have abandoned carts, for example. This is something I often see in fast moving fashion. We put some things into cart. It's almost like a wish list. And then we might look at something else on another fashion website and we've completely forgotten about it. So make sure that your brand is top of mind and make sure that you're absolutely not missing out on that opportunity of somebody who's added some things to cart. They might have really wanted them, them, but there was just a slight deterrent during that process. And you have to remember that every customer will behave differently. So the natural flow is that people will come on site and they won't necessarily have that brand trust initially. So that's where the data capture comes in. Then they will typically browse maybe once or twice or 3 times. If you have a higher priced item, it might take, 6 times to convert. And then you'll naturally then, as somebody builds trust with you through some nurture or welcome series, they might then put some things into their cart. And we want to make sure that when they have made this particular behavior, that we're closing out that sale. Post-purchase. So post-purchase is really increasing that customer lifetime value, because a post-purchase has the highest open rates. It's 50% higher than all of the other flows when it comes to Klaviyo. And that's because somebody's just purchased. They're really, with your brand at that point in time, they've purchased something from you. They're really taking a chance on you, but they're ready to open those emails. So make sure that that post-purchase flow has some ways to build value out of the product or the service that they've just purchased. And that means that by giving that impactful post-purchase flow, those customers will come back time and time again and make sure that they repeat purchase, which is what everybody wants these days. Reviews. So I love talking about reviews, particularly around the holiday season, because there is this, there's a lot of competitors out there. And I know when I'm particularly viewing competitors, I will just let you know that I'm training for a charity boxing match at the moment and I need some new boxing shoes. And really, I don't know anything about boxing shoes. This is my first charity boxing match. So I was going through a few different websites. I wanted this very particular pair of shoes. They were purple, just may I add. And it really came down to reviews for me. So I viewed 3 different sites and, they were exactly the same pair of shoes. But what tipped me across and over the line was that this one particular site had, I think it was around about 80 reviews, and most of them were to say how good the customer service was. And that's really it, because you can go on to Google Shopping, you can look at all different types of competitors. They're selling the same thing. So what is making you different in comparison to everybody else? And it usually comes down to customer service. Is it free shipping? Is it that it was really fast? Was it that you had great chat service as you were wanting to purchase this particular product? So when it comes to seasonal times as well, you're going to have an influx of sales. So this is the absolute perfect time to make sure that you have an automated flow and make sure that you retarget and say, hey, please leave us a good review. And there are some fantastic platforms out there that we can also help you out with that will allow you to send those automated review flows. Again, set and forget marketing. Let's make sure that our lives are simple and easy. Retention. So coming from the loyalty space, in my last role, I worked for, I think it was 6 years as a loyalty specialist. And I love talking about surprise and delight. So surprise and delight is really something that encourages customers to come shop with you because they have no idea what's coming for them in a good way. So you can use things like birthday surprises. I think, birthday is a little bit old hat. If you do put your birthday in a data capture form, you're probably going to expect something, but you could use this birthday with also a segment on top of that. So for your really high end value customers with a birthday, you could then send them something that's far more valuable than to those who are just, have put their birthday date in and have never shopped with you, or maybe have just come and browsed. So I love a surprise and delight. So anybody who is really looking to come in and do a very soft loyalty program, rather than going all the way to, a tiered points loyalty program, we often will incorporate a surprise and delight for certain tiers. And the customer doesn't know what will hit them, but once they do, it makes them feel all warm and fuzzy. And that again is going to help increase that customer lifetime value and get that repeat purchase, because they'll just feel amazing. And they won't know what's coming for them as your brand evolves. So big ups for loyalty programs and segmenting customers and just making your customer feel special outside of what the norm is these days. So after all of this, I've spoken a lot about email and SMS, and it can sometimes feel a little bit confusing as to how this all fits in together, because often I'll have a customer come to me, or a client, sorry, and they will say, oh, but SMS, it just seems a little bit too much. Is it a bit too overwhelming? Am I sending email and an SMS? Am I sending exactly the same message? And the answer to that is no. You'll want to incorporate them separately. So email is best for big content. So if you have lots and lots of content, it might be like a seasonal drop, or it's very image heavy. So again, if you're showing lots of new dresses or along those lines, you'll want to remain and keep that with email. But SMS is fantastic for time sensitive messages. So it might be in the first instance that you've sent a coupon code in email, and then you don't have anybody open that email, so you could then send them that coupon in an SMS if there's a certain time period on it. It may be that you use SMS at the end of a flow because somebody is not converting, particularly when it comes to abandoned cart. So SMS is a little bit more expensive than email, so you can really use it for your VIPs or your highly engaged segments to make sure that you push those purchases across the line. So you can use a kind of accompaniment of them together in a welcome series. You can use them for transactional. I love using them in transactional because once we've purchased something, it's just kind of really great to feel that it's on its way. For loyalty, as I said before, if you can send them an offer, might be a pre-seasonal sale, recovering abandoned carts, and really just experimenting and making sure that when you put an SMS into an email flow or use a campaign, that it is for the right customer and the right time. So that's it from me. So I hope that we have some time for some Q&A.
We sure do, Rhiannon. That was fantastic. I learned so much. I didn't know. I've been actually writing notes, so thank you. And I think we all want to know, before we get into the technical questions, charity boxing. Tell us what charity are you supporting? When's the day? Do you know how to box?
Yeah.
Tell us everything.
Yeah, okay. So it's coming up in 5 weeks' time. It's for a charity called Small Steps for Hannah, which supports against domestic violence. And well, I hope I kind of know how to box. I'm 5 weeks in now, and just hoping to win and just not get punched in the face.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. Good luck. Good luck.
It's scary.
It sounds terrifying. So we actually have some live questions for you.
Okay.
The first question is from Davey and Dela Cruz.
Okay.
How many email series do you suggest per flow?
Oh, okay. That's really interesting. Oh, right. So I'll try and give you a succinct answer here. So what we typically recommend is Klaviyo do have some templated flows, and they will have the amount that should go into a particular flow. But what we will usually start off with is something quite simple. So around about 3 emails in each flow is the shortened answer. And then once you build learnings from that particular flow, you should then build out even more behaviors. So abandoned cart is a fantastic example here. So abandoned cart, you can simply just, once somebody's added something to cart, send them an SMS or an email and say, hey, have you forgotten this? But what we would then typically do down the track, once we've kind of built up some learnings from that flow, we would then target specific behaviors like somebody who's returning versus new, because somebody who's returning, I know it sounds a bit cheeky, but somebody who's returning is probably more likely to just simply make the purchase if you send them a reminder, whereas somebody who's new, you're trying to acquire them and push them over the line and actually make that sale for the first time with you. So that might be when you use more of an incentive. And the same thing goes with a higher or a lower cart. So if you've got a lower cart value, let's just say it's $20, converting that sale is probably not going to be that profitable to you. But if it's $500, then you'll definitely want to incentivize. So you can use the templates in Klaviyo, and they're a really, really good starting point. But as you build those learnings, you'll want to then build out based on behaviors rather than just having a template of like, oh yeah, we've got a few emails and this, and that's a stock standard answer to our flow. So I hope that answers your question.
I think that was super comprehensive, Davey. I hope you love that. I hope you're writing that down. We've got a question from Eric. Eric, what is the best tip to increase customer engagement?
Oh, customer engagement. Okay, because this could really, you know, cater to lots of different things. Customer engagement. So I would say that my favorite way to get customer engagement is to do things that are completely different to your competitors and highly segment. So what we have done with a couple of big brands or bigger brands like Cheeky Chickadee, Little Party Dress, is we have created a loyalty program that's really, really cool that, yeah, you wouldn't necessarily see out there with some other competitors. It's really funky. And Little Party Dress, we built like a little club essentially. So you get to like club tiers. And so what we've done with that is gamify some of the campaigns that we've done, like double points. We've also done like spin to win, but the spin to win is getting points, or it might be that they unlock a specific tier. So I think, again, maybe I'm a little bit biased because I come from the loyalty sector, but when a customer comes onto your website, they're not necessarily always practical at this point. They're quite emotional. They want to tie into the emotional point, but being on a computer or mobile, you can't always get that message across. So if you can have a loyalty program where you can gamify a little bit and get them locked into that loyalty program, and then segment those loyalty program members out, giving them exclusive access to certain things, that is the absolute best way that you can get customers engaged, because it's not always about just making the purchase. They'll eventually make a purchase, but it's about trusting the brand first and making it fun to get started.
Love that. That was fantastic. Eric, hope you also was taking notes then. That was amazing. We have one live question that we're going to go to, and then I've got two questions that were sent in advance, so we have to get to them. Okay. Iris has asked you, what is the advantage of Klaviyo versus other email marketing tools in the market?
Yeah, okay. I love this one. So just to give you some context, we have only really started to work singularly with Klaviyo over the last couple of years. We worked with other platforms like .digital, for instance. So we have a lot of experience with those other platforms, and we still use them. If we have clients on them, we absolutely still will. But Klaviyo just seems to be a lot more advanced in terms of the features that are required for customer journeys. So yeah, I'll just give you an example. Like I've had maybe 5 clients recently who have been on .digital, and they've just really struggled in terms of the technical side of things. Like you really have to have this amazing understanding of their platform and do a lot of research and reading and training to understand it. So when you move to Klaviyo, it's almost like giving somebody a really easy app to use. You know, somebody who isn't even in marketing could literally go in and start creating marketing campaigns or start creating flows. So it's a fantastic way for you to scale as a business, particularly because you don't necessarily want to rely on those in marketing having to have this additional technical ability. So it's really the scaling part that I would say where we have decided to move with Klaviyo, and clients have kind of loved it, and we've just run with it from there.
Yeah, perfect. All right, thank you very much. And then 2 questions that were sent in advance was, okay, in building an email or SMS database, how else can we measure success aside from clicks and email opens?
Well, and I'm going to tie this back to the last question. It's all about money at the end of the day. It's all about revenue. So one of the challenges that I see in other platforms is there's this really big emphasis on open and click-throughs, which is the essence of email and SMS marketing. But how much money are you generating from that particular email? Because if somebody opens it and then you don't actually generate any revenue from it, then was it impactful in any way? No, it wasn't. So my honest answer is just revenue. That's the only way you can say that your email and SMS marketing is making impact to your business, is how much money is it making for you.
Perfect. Wonderful. And last question. I hope you've got time.
Sure do.
Okay, cool. Where do you start in figuring out the customer journey? Is it advisable to begin with their pain points, or what's your suggestions?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Just give me a couple of seconds here because again, this can really tailor to a certain few different things that we could do. Pain points is a good start. If you have some pain points in mind that you know that your customers are experiencing, then that is a great place to start in terms of your data capture forms, because your website effectively should show your brand, your products in a way that's going to convert. But the data capture form is a reinforcement of, trying to resolve that pain point. So I'll give you a great example. Recently, I brought on a client who has a really high-end dress store. And so their dresses are around about $800 to $1,000. And so there's a pain point there of price sensitivity. So what we ended up strategizing is there's a fantastic partner called Refunded, which basically they're a platform that allows a Shopify store to refund a customer immediately. So that means that if I'm scared of buying two different sizes because I know that I'm in between sizes and I don't know which one's going to fit, but I can't afford to pay $800 for, times two, then if I get a data capture form saying, hey, do you want to know more about Refunded? Send us an email, give us your email details and we'll teach you how you can get a refund immediately. That is a great way to resolve that pain point. So I would say, you answered the question, but effectively everyone's different. Every customer is different. It may be that they don't have enough, it's price sensitivity, or it might be that they just simply got distracted and they went to another competitor. So pain points is not always the answer, but it's a really great start. But in essence, you should be creating a customer journey that covers every single type of behavior somebody would take on your site.
Amazing. Wow, it's so informative. Thank you so much. You've been incredible. And thank you for joining us on a Saturday afternoon. It's raining in Brisbane, so we really appreciate it. Everyone give Rhiannon a virtual clap. You got some great comments in the chat. Rhiannon may have time to spend some time in the chat and answer any other questions, so feel free. Anzen are a wonderful, amazing customer journey company. They've got staff in Australia, Philippines, US, and soon to be maybe UK.
UK, yes.
They've worked with Philippine clients before, so if that's you, reach on out to the lovely Rhiannon.
Definitely. Thanks so much, guys. You've been amazing.
Thank you, Rhiannon. Really appreciate it. Okay, guys, wasn't that amazing? I love that. So what we've got next, before we bring out the next speaker, of course, I know you're going to love this because we've got more competitions. So if you just joined us, my name is Narissa Show. I'm the co-founder of Filter, and we help Filipinos get development, digital design jobs, and we are your hosts today. Of course, we're very passionate about Shopify, so please put the link to your Shopify store in the chat box, and that way everyone can check each other out and hopefully buy off each other. So are we ready for another competition? I don't know. I'm not seeing any love. Send me some love in the chat if you want another competition, if you want to win free things. All right, perfect. Okay, so we have 5 PayMaya gift cards to give away. 5. If you want one, type win in the chat box. WIN, let's go. Win, 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 win. And we're going to call out the lovely Angelique from Zap, who is going to choose the winners. There you are. Hello, how are you?
Hi.
Hi.
All right.
So you get to choose 5 random winners.
All right. Let's see here. Jai Baklaya.
1. Yes, good.
Oh my God, they're so
No,
fast.
it's crazy.
Yeah. Nestor Lim.
Nestor Lim. Woohoo!
Oh my God, what's happening?
Everyone wants to win one.
Oh. Jerwin Marquez.
Go, Joanne.
Camille Merano.
Go, Camille. Woohoo!
Last one?
Yes, last one.
All right. Who is this? I can't see them.
Take your time.
How do I do this? Pamela. I saw a Pamela.
Pamela, if that's you, Pamela, hit us up. hello@filterglobal.com. Tell us that you've won the cap. Well done, Angelique. We are so blessed to have Angelique today, the co-founder of Zap. I'm going to leave it to you, Angelique. Take it away.
Hi, guys. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. I know it's a Saturday, so it's a weekend, but glad that everyone's free to join us for some chat. All right. Thank you, Narissa, for inviting me. Basically, today I'm going to share, let's see, how does this go? I'm going to share some tips on how to streamline your online ordering. So I'm assuming that you guys are mostly really already selling on Shopify, right? So just a quick, I guess a brief about me and what I do. So I'm a co-founder of Zap. Zap, we started back in 2012 as a loyalty provider. So it was actually a great jump off point from our previous speaker, right? So as a loyalty provider, we mostly deal with restaurants in the physical stores of the restaurants, because in the Philippines, as you know, loyalty cards back then used to be a big thing. People, for some reason, signed up and really buy those loyalty cards and collect them, even if they don't use it. So back then, we thought of revolutionizing like loyalty cards by just enabling loyalty with your mobile number. So one of our clients, I think you would know them, basically we build the system and then the merchants or our clients can set it up to their own liking. So our clients are like Chat Time, your Vikings Buffet, what else? Vice Cosmetics, so typically all industries are covered. The point is these merchants can set the loyalty program up, very flexible, and they can award their customers for patronizing their products, right? So, but then, so we did that for a good since 2012, and then the pandemic happened. So what happens now that all the stores, all the restaurants are suddenly closed? So we had to find a way to help these merchants of ours, right, to sell online. So pre-pandemic, most of these restaurants really just sell through, the third-party marketplaces like Grab Food or Food Panda, which is not bad, of course. But then we had to help them set up their own site so that they can sell it the way they want it. So they can promote their own site, they can do their own promos, their own listings, and most of all, for the customer, they don't have to increase the prices and things like that. So that's where the e-store, or our newest product, came about. So the Zap e-store, as we call it, it's our own app built on top of Shopify that enables these restaurants sell directly to their customers in a very, very easy way. So let me share actually an example. E-store that we did for a client. All right, so this is Take Root. So they actually were in Shopify pre-pandemic, but of course, so I love their products. So they're a healthy snack company. So these are the founders. So yes, they were already on Shopify, but we came in the picture to help organize their products more. And of course, at the end, so let's see where our app comes in. So the customer journey starts with, I guess, selecting a product. So I love these. And then when you go to the cart, that's where our product sets in. So the customer can actually pick between these two. I know there's a native function in Shopify, but our app allows you to add additional locations that may not be available to your Shopify plan. All right. So we put this in, and then you can even, as a customer, you can even select your delivery date. So for me, let's see, I want it delivered 3 p.m., like maybe 4 p.m. there. I can add notes. And then when I check out, those information actually gets copied to the checkout tab, things like that. And then I can proceed to shipping. So this is also where we come in. We already compute for the delivery fee based on the rate that the merchant wants. So this is based on the Google APIs in terms of setting the distance from the delivery pickup point to the delivery location. So this is the rate. So automatically it gets computed, and the customer can immediately pay for it. And of course, you have different payment options. Of course, include PayMaya, our sponsor for this afternoon. So really, really seamless. And then all the customer has to do is to check out, right? And then what happens after checkout is we give these merchants a way to get the orders in the selected pickup or fulfillment location. So what happens when I complete this order is that, let me go to that screen. An alert actually goes to the branch or the pickup point, stating that the order is on its, there was a new order, and that, sorry, I will, here. So this is the screen that the staff or the pick and pack location sees. So this is an Android app that we built just to connect to this Shopify. So again, when a customer places an order online, the staff gets this in our app, and then the staff can simply accept the order. And then this new integration that we built on top is an integration with couriers. So what happens is you don't really need to open up your Grab or a Lalamove app or Mr. Speedy third-party app to book, to fulfill the order that your customer just placed online. You simply have to press that book a rider, and then our app would call the delivery provider for you, right? So this is where we also integrated with the third-party delivery providers. So the app automatically sends the info of the customers as a delivery point, and of course your location as the pickup point. And then it will automatically call the rider via APIs, and then all you have to do is hand over the product, what the customer ordered, when this rider appears on your store to fulfill the order. So that's it. So that's really how we help you guys sell your own products on Shopify. It's that simple. So wait, oh, it got disconnected. Hold on, sorry about that. And then, so we really get this question also a lot, like what's our difference from like or Grab Food or Food Panda. So every time we say this, you shouldn't compare it as that. You can be listed you can be listed in Grab Food, Food Panda, or Pikaroo as a business. Of course, it's your right, and you should actually be listed on those, as they are a form of exposure or platforms for discovery. But at the same time, we recommend that you also have your own e-commerce site, so that you can have a control of how you do your online business. So it's like your physical or a digital address in the webverse, right? So of course, having your own website means also that you won't have to pay commission fees to other third-party providers. And then if you want to highlight or do your own promotions, you feel free to do so on your own leisure. You don't have to be included in the other marketplace where your competitors are also there. And more importantly, or most especially, you get to acquire your own customer database, right? So that's important, as our previous speaker said. So building your own database is a requirement to actually expand your return business or recurring business. So yeah, basically that. So with our product, with the Zap eStore, you enjoy the benefits of having a digital restaurant. So you get the in-store Android merchant app, and then you get alerts from there, and then all these fun tools and add-ons that you get to enjoy, right? And yeah, you all know this because you guys are on Shopify, of course. What else? So you can find us, our app in the Shopify App Store. So just search for Zap Restaurant Alert Plus Deliver. And then actually, when you go to our website, zapestore.com, you can click Talk to Us. And then when you enter FILTA as the referral code, you get a free months from us, subscription months from us. So don't forget to try that after this webinar. So I guess that's it. What else? Was that quick?
Oh, no, that was awesome. Well, we got
Yeah.
lots of questions. Thank you, Angelique. Woo! All right, so we've got a live question first from Jai. Oh, we've got two. Okay, Jai's first. Can this be based from the customer address? For example, ask for the customer address first, then show only nearby stores, say within 5 kilometers of the customer address.
Actually, we have something like that. We don't have to ask for their address. So if they turn the location in their website, the browser, or in their phone, we have a feature called branch selector. So they can select that nearest branch. It will prompt that the nearest branch is X, and then it will show the products of that branch. So we have a feature also that that branch can set like unavailable products for the day. So that will be reflected on the customer's view as well when you do that, when we activate that.
Wonderful, thank you. And from Eric, how much does it cost to have an account in Zap Store?
So the good news is it's free to try. So you definitely should visit our website for that. But it's really very affordable. So we have different plans for the different types of businesses. So it's just better to check out our website to get the best pricing for you.
Wonderful, thank you. And we had some people send in some questions in advance that they'd love answered. Do you have time for a few more questions?
Yes, of course.
Woohoo! Okay, thanks, Angelique. So, what is Zap's lead time in creating an e-store for a merchant?
All right. So actually, the reason why we chose Shopify as a platform to build our app on top of is because you can set up a Shopify store in less than a week. So actually, we do it for around 3 business days. And we like it because we like Shopify because the templates are there. So you just have to make sure you have all your assets as a brand. And then we just help these merchants set it up for them if they don't have any brand guidelines or any of that. So just 3 days, 3 to 5 business days.
3 to 5 business days. That's very quick. All right, you guys should be signing up right now. And in terms of a merchant, what steps can they take to drive more traffic and transactions to their e-store via like third-party platforms like Grab and Foodpanda?
So what we usually suggest is that they add a communication channel, like for example, inserting a flyer or a promo code together with the order of Grab or Foodpanda. So let's say a coupon for a 20% off on their next delivery if they place directly on their own website, right? So that's what we typically tell our merchants. That's it. And then of course, I think Filipinos are smart. Like they know how to hunt for the best deals. Mm-hmm. So really, we recommend is that you keep your pricing on your own website at the very best, meaning the lowest as possible, because other marketplaces usually, for sure, right? They will just get margins or they'll get commission from every sale there. So it's important to show or like tell your customers like why is it important to order directly from your website.
Yes, fantastic, thank you. And what other plans or upgrades does Zap have in line for current and new merchants?
Actually, have I didn't want to rain on the parade of our previous speakers, but then yes, we also have a loyalty program. So again, I mentioned we started as a loyalty solutions provider. So the good news is now that we're actually also online, we can integrate your physical store's loyalty system to your online store. So it's also included in our new plans. When you check out the zapestore.com, just mention the word, just put Filta as a referral code, and then you'll get this new free loyalty plan when you sign up.
Woohoo! So everyone put in Filta, free for you, free trial. So in terms of the Zap eStore's advantage over other similar apps, what would you say the key ones are?
Well, I think most of it is the platform itself. I would have to say that since it's Shopify, we know that it's legit, it's safe, it's secure. The payment channel is secure, like you don't have to be afraid of that. Downtime is really minimal, so you don't have to think about servers and allocations and things like that. And then with the Zap eStore, you get your own account management as well, account manager. So, and we also help you with the marketing side. So we do campaigns and we help them craft their own campaigns. Plus the loyalty aspect. So we know that getting first-time visitors is already hard, but what's really harder is to retain these customers, right? So we got you back.
Love it.
We're with you in this online selling journey. So
I love that. That's amazing. And the last question, I hope that's okay. In the recent months, you have been operating with more merchants. What campaigns or promotions have you seen that have worked the best?
Actually, we recently launched like a free delivery every payday. So I'm sure like all of you have received a lot of like promos from your, Lazada or Shopee, what have you. So these e-commerce giants, right? So I was excited to finally see this also happening in our e-stores. So I guess e-commerce is slowly getting bigger and slowly penetrating all types of industries, including food deliveries. So that's what I love about it. I guess Filipinos really care about getting free delivery. So we just noticed that every time that's the promo code for free delivery is up, like orders spike up, especially during the holidays last December.
Yeah, great tip. I wish they would offer that in Australia. I'd love free delivery. So wonderful, fantastic. So you can see right now in the chat, if you go to zap.com.ph, use the word filter, FILTA, and you get loyalty for free. Woo! All right. Thank you, Angelique. Thank you so much. Wonderful presentation. Learned a lot. Let's support our wonderful local Philippine merchants. Woohoo! Thank you, Zap. Thank you, Angelique.
Lisa. Thank you for inviting me.
No, thank you for sharing your story. Stay on if you want to ask Angelique any more questions.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
All right. So that was amazing. Loved that. We've had 2 female girl bosses, which has been incredible. By the way, if you want a free official Shopify tote bag, just send in a selfie watching this webinar at your desk, in your PJs, all good. Send it to hello@filterglobal.com and we will send you a Shopify tote bag. So now, of course, we all know that all these gifts, all these giveaways would not happen without our incredible sponsors. So we're going to take a few minutes to hear from them before we go to the emoji competition and our third and final speaker. Let's go.
Grow your business and give your customers a flexible, hassle-free, and secure online checkout experience with just a click of a button. Power your e-commerce site or mobile app with Pay Maya Checkout to accept credit cards, debit cards, and e-wallets. Unlock a new sales channel that is secure and reliable. Pay Maya Checkout removes cash handling risks and keeps your transactions secure with world-class security standards. Now you can run your business more efficiently. Pay Maya Checkout is easy to integrate. Plus, it provides you access to Pay Maya Manager, a user-friendly dashboard that lets you easily manage your cash flow with detailed automated reports and notifications for all your sales transactions. So you can focus more on growing your business. Accept online payments securely, conveniently, and hassle-free with Pay Maya Checkout. A new experience in payment acceptance delivered.
Every second of every day, countless users will interact with your website as you grow your business and develop lifelong, loyal customers. Every step of each user's journey gives you the opportunity to create great customer experiences, from when they sign up or log into their account, add items to their cart and make a purchase, or write a glowing product review. But each of these interactions can also be exploited by fraudsters. So how can you determine which actions are suspicious and which are legitimate, whether you have thousands of customers or millions? Traditional rules-based fraud prevention solutions accept or block users based on limited data and static signals. Everyone, good customers and fraudsters, face the same scrutiny and friction. It's an outdated process that doesn't scale and treats even your best customers like criminals. Businesses like yours need a solution that enables great customer experiences and fraud prevention in a scalable way. You should never have to choose between protecting your business and growing it. SIFT helps achieve both with digital trust and safety through dynamic friction. Dynamic friction is a way to assess every interaction and deliver frictionless experiences for good customers, block the bad ones, and examine everyone in between accurately and automatically. You'll be able to deliver the right user experiences at the right time by applying friction when it's needed and removing friction when it's not. First, SIFT uses machine learning to assess each interaction in the user journey in real time, using more than 16,000 unique signals from around the globe to determine which interactions are fraudulent, which are legitimate, and which need a closer look. With SIFT and dynamic friction, you can assess risk in real time, each step of the way. From there, dynamic friction enables businesses to create user journeys based on risk level and dynamically customize them, automatically fast-track good actions, block bad ones, and flag suspicious actions for an additional level of verification. This process only takes a fraction of a second and can be applied to every action on your site to automate at scale, so you can continue to protect your business and users as you grow. Forget the old rules. Winning businesses deliver world-class customer experiences that minimize risk and friction with SIFT.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, emoji competition. We're up to emoji number 3 and 4. We're going to play them right now. Jot it down. At the end of the webinar, we'll ask you to write the 5 emojis in the comments section, and one winner will receive from our amazing sponsor SIFT a USD $150 Amazon card. All right, so we're playing emoji number 3. I think this is number 3. All right, now we're going to number 4. Woohoo, I hope you're scribbling this down. Yes, okay. I think we're done. So let's bring in our next speaker, Nicole Ong-U, the CEO of the Hub Cebu. Welcome, Nicole.
Hi, Narissa. Hi, everyone.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good, good, good. All right, take it away, Nicole.
Okay, so I will share my screen and please let me know if you can see it. Can you see this?
We can see something happening. Yep, there we go. Woohoo! Go,
Okay.
Nicole.
So, hi everyone. Good afternoon. I am Nicole Ong-O, and I will be talking about new businesses in the world of e-commerce and how you can succeed. So, who am I? I am the founder and CEO of the Hub Cebu. And in case you guys haven't heard of us, we sell phone cases. Maybe you've seen us from some of your favorite influencers, such as Heart Evangelista or Chris Oy or Vern and Ciso or Ida Anduya and Camille Ko or even Claudine Ko and so much more. But before I want to talk about how you can succeed in e-commerce as a small business, I want to show you guys our website that we built on Shopify. So this is how it looks. This is our homepage. And then at the top, we have 3 navigations. So we have our shop, we have our about, and we have our FAQ, just to keep things simple and so that it's easier for our customers to navigate through the whole website. And then we have a drop-down menu where the customers can see our best sellers, our different types of cases, and other accessories we have. And then here is one of our main pages where we sell the phone cases. And we try to keep everything simple. And with Shopify, we were able to do that. So we place the photos of the cases and then the name, so it's easier for everyone to shop. So once they click that, and then they can just check out, put in the information, and they'll get the case in the next few days. So how has Shopify helped the Hub Cebu? So before Shopify, or before we made a Shopify account, we actually had a order form which was made through Google Forms, and that was very hard for us because we had to do our inventories manually. But with Shopify, our inventories are made so much easier because everything is automatic. So at the back end of Shopify, you can put how many pieces you have of a certain item. So let's say we launched a case and we only had 20 pieces of it. So in Shopify, the back end, we could put 20 pieces, and once those get sold out, it will say directly on the website that it's sold out. But then in our order form before, it wouldn't do that automatically. We had to do it manually, which was very hard because we would have to keep telling customers, like, we're so sorry. It's actually sold out already. Like, before you purchased it, we just weren't able to update it, which is also, it looks bad on us. Customers in the long run would really get disappointed and all that stuff. So I think with Shopify, it's so much easier. Like, when customers get on the website, they can see it's sold out, so they have no other choice, but they can't purchase it anymore. And also, tracking is made so much easier with Shopify because as soon as we get the tracking numbers after we ship out the orders, we just have to search up the customer's name and then put down the tracking number, and Shopify automatically sends it to their emails, which is so easy and so efficient, especially for us who sends a lot of orders on a weekly basis. Before, we had to we had to list down each of their Instagram usernames and then send it to them one by one after we get the tracking numbers, which was very time consuming. And also it was longer for the customers, like the wait time for the customers to get their tracking numbers back. And lastly, selling is made so much easier because our customers can browse through our website with ease, and everything is just laid out there. It's simple and it's straight to the point. So customers can browse through what we sell, what we have available for their units, what we have available in colors, and the materials, and all that stuff is so much easier with Shopify. So now we're going to talk about how can your small business really succeed in the world of e-commerce. So number one, I suggest you find a problem you want to solve or a void that you're going to try to fill. For us, since we sell phone cases, at the time, which I started around 2016, I would purchase cases abroad, like internationally, and I would bring them back to Philippines, and then I would always use international cases. And my friends would always ask me, like, how do you get all these cute cases? Like, where do you buy them from? Because I realized there was no local phone case shop that was selling any nice or cute phone cases. So that's when the idea came to me that I wanted to be the one to provide it to the people here, because I know, like, personally, which is also kind of an unusual thing to collect, but I really did collect phone cases even way back. I think I started collecting phone cases in the iPhone 4 days, which is how many years ago. So ever since then, I've always been an enthusiast with phone cases, and that's why I wanted to share that with other people. Next is you have to use your product, know your product, and believe in your product. Because I really believe in this statement, because if no one is going to believe in your product, then who else will? Since you're the creator, you have to know your product the most, because so many customers ask so many questions, some questions you wouldn't even think about, but they would ask. Like, I would have some customers ask me, like, how many millimeters is my phone case, like above from the phone lens, which is a very detailed question already. And I would not think the customers would ask that, but actually so many customers ask that. So you really have to know your product down to the very, like, you would think it's the least important detail, but to other customers, it's very important. So you have to really know your product, and you have to really believe it, and you have to really use it well. So you could also share your personal experience with your product to the customers. And you can also you should also take advantage of social media. So the two social media platforms that we are in is Instagram and TikTok. There are so many other social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Those are what I know of. But then we decided to stay on Instagram and TikTok. We originally opened on Instagram. So this is where we communicate the most to our customers. This is where we post on a daily basis, maybe even on an hourly basis. We post on our Instagram just so customers keep remembering us and keep seeing our phone cases. So they're always constantly reminded that we're still selling and what we're selling. And if we have any other promos and all that stuff, we post it on our Instagram account. For our TikTok account, we recently got this only because I've recently learned the power of TikTok. And as you can see here, we have 1,000 followers, but our TikTok videos would reach up to 100,000 views, which was so much compared to the followers we have. And that's when I realized on TikTok, you don't really need a big following to trend, or you don't really need a big following to reach so many people. So this gives especially small businesses the chance to get their name out there or get their products out there. More people can see it. So I feel like TikTok is such a blessing. It's also kind of dangerous because if you kind of mess up in your small business, anyone can post about it on TikTok and you can go trending for the wrong reasons. But if you play your cards right, TikTok is one of the social media accounts that can really, really help small businesses because, like I said, you don't need a lot of followers to get such a big audience. Because like us, we have less than 1,000 followers on TikTok, but our videos reach up to 100,000 views, 33,000 views, or even 19,000 views. And I think also branding is very important in a business. So as you guys can tell in our logo, we use very soft pastel colors. So that is what we usually follow with our packaging and our phone cases. So everything is, we have black because that's a classic color, but everything is more of the pastel colors. So you can see our packaging in the middle. It's like white boxes or like brown boxes. And our colors of our cases are usually white or pink or anything that's related to pastels because we try to keep everything in brand. And not only that, also when we post on our Instagram, if you guys can see on our Instagram, most of our biodegradable cases are shot in nature areas, so like the beach or the mountains or the gardens or anything like that. But we try to keep it on brand with saying that the biodegradable cases are made for nature people. So branding is very important so you can get your message out there easier and faster. And then next, I believe customer service is super duper important because they are the reason and they are the only way you can get your profits in your business. So you have to build a connection with your customers. You have to build a relationship with them. I know a lot of accounts, they usually do like this automated message thing. Once you message the Instagram account or the Facebook account, they have an automated response. But personally for the Hub Cebu, we don't do that because we feel like it gives a very robot feel to the account and the brand. So what we do is we really personally reply to each and every single customer that messages us. Even if they ask the smallest questions, I make sure that I personally respond to them myself so that they know and they can feel a human interaction with the brand and they can associate the brand with a human. And it's not just a brand that's a robot controlling it, or it's not just a computer they're talking to. So that's very important. And also, the speakers earlier mentioned that after purchase is very important. So after our customers purchase our product, we do follow up with them, like how did they like the product, or how are they with using it? Like, is it okay with their phone and all that stuff? Like, what are the experiences with it? And we asked if they have any feedback and all those stuff. So that's also very important because it makes the customers feel like they're heard. So I think that's very important to keep a relationship with your customers so they can keep coming back to you as well. And lastly, we also really incorporate this, which is sell a purpose and not just a product. So here in our captions, we try to really make sure that we put out the message that you're not just buying a case for just a case, but then you're buying it for, like, example, our crossbody cases. We have here that it's for on-the-go adventures, or like having your phone with you at all times to capture all the picture-perfect memories. So those are just some ways where we try to tell our customers that if you buy crossbody cases, they're good for errands. They're good for if you're an adventure person, you're like going out and you don't like to hold your phone, you just like to wear it on you, then the crossbody case is perfect for you. Other than that, we also post often of our zero waste cases, and we really put in the caption. We make sure to put in the caption that these cases have less carbon footprint. So not only are you buying a case to protect your phone, but you're also buying a case to protect our planet at the same time, and also for the future of our planet and the future generation. And other than that, which is also super important for the Hub Cebu, I don't know if a lot of brands do this, but most of our profits go to non-government organizations. So those help out local fishermen, local farmers, and even our scholars. So we make sure that our customers also play a big role in this. So we make sure to tell our customers that this project isn't the Hub Cebu's project alone, but it's our project together. Like, the customers and the Hub Cebu hand in hand did this project together, because if, like, without the customers, the Hub Cebu wouldn't be able to make these donations or be able to help all these farmers and these fishermen and our scholars. So we make sure to let our customers know that they're not just purchasing a phone case, but once they purchase the phone case, they can also help so many other people in the long run. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole. That was very, very interesting. Thank you for staying on. Thank you for sharing your story. We have some questions.
Sure.
Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. The first question is, when it comes to your business, who do you ask advice from?
My parents have always been in the business field, so if ever I need help with anything, I always turn to them if I need advice for anything. So also, I tend to also ask my fellow peers, so like people my age that are also doing businesses, if I need help with things such as like trends and stuff, because they would understand it more.
Yeah, totally understand. And what about trends in the phone case industry? Are there trends? And do you think these trends will continue to influence your business in the next few years?
Yeah, definitely. Especially the designs. Everyone is like, the trends are so fast paced. So some days people want such minimal designs, and other days they want loud designs. So it's very fast moving. And then we just try, especially the Hub Cebu, we try to put out cases that are there for the long run. So like, example, we have our biodegradable cases, and they're just plain colored, right? So it's not trendy, but you know, you can use it for how many years. So that's how we like to look at it.
Love it. Really interesting. Okay. And what plans do you have for the Hub Cebu?
In the near future, since right now we're just online e-commerce, we plan to open up maybe a physical store in the near future. So hopefully we'll be able to do that soon.
Fantastic. I'm assuming in Cebu?
Yes, Cebu first, and then we'll see
from there. That's fantastic. And this is an interesting question, because you're obviously very youthful, very entrepreneurial. Did you always want to start a case empire?
I think it wasn't more of like the case specifically, but I've always known from a very young age that I wanted to create a business from the ground up myself. And it just so happened that I was so interested with cases at that time in my life. And I still am, but at that time in my life, that was the number one thing that I really wanted to sell. And the cards were in my favor. So then it became such a hit here in Philippines.
It's amazing. Thank you. And are you able to stay on to draw the emoji?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, this is a big deal because only one person can win. So what we're going to do right now is we are going to launch emoji number 5. So let's go. Emoji number 5. All right, perfect. So don't worry, we're going to play them all together because I want to give everyone here an opportunity to win. So we're going to play it in order, and you've got to type it in the order, and then Nicole's going to take her time to yell out a winner. So here's the order 1 to 5. Let's go. Okay, Nicole, I do not envy you. It's going crazy in the chat right now. Take your time. Take your time. This is very important. $150 USD Amazon voucher.
Okay, so oh my gosh, okay, I can't see. Everything's going too fast.
It's going so fast.
Yeah.
Take your time. The suspense is good. I love it. I can barely see the names.
I can't see any names, but okay, I will try. Let's see. Everyone wants to win.
Everyone, of course. Can't blame. I'd love to win too.
Okay, so the very first name I saw was Eric Villanueva.
Woohoo! Go, Eric!
Yes. Eric.
Eric, you're
Did I read your name right?
Eric, you know who you are. Send us an email to hello@filterglobal.com and we will organize that USD 150 voucher from SIFT. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for joining us today, everyone. It's a wrap. We absolutely value your time. You are going to receive a video recording and special offers in your email by the end of next week, including you will get a free e-certificate. Remember to check your junk mail. So we all love your energy, your enthusiasm in making the Filipino Shopify community grow. We look forward to seeing you next time. We're out. Thank you to our fantastic speakers. See you later. Bye. Woohoo!